Illustration, Liu Rui GT. I did not watch the British royal wedding because I was not sure why the marriage ceremony of two people I don't know has anything to do with me. Nevertheless, I know all the details. Who was his best man? Who were her bridesmaids? Who designed her gown? Who designed the rings? What flowers were the bouquets made of? What flavor the cake was? The trip to Africa at the beginning of the relationship and the route their carriage took after the ceremony. It's all much more than I care to know about. But what can I do? Everywhere I turn to, from the newspapers, to TV news, to Facebook, Twitter and WeChat, they're there. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex look into each other's eyes with an expression that reminds one of Jack and Rose in the movie Titanic. And from the UK to the US to China, people I know or don't know were cheering, tearing up, praying and envying in the most conspicuous ways possible. I don't blame the fans of the Prince and Princess, though technically, Markle cannot be called a princess. Most of us live in a mundane world where life can sometimes feel like watching the paint dry. In between our boss's unpredictable tempers, spouse's endless nagging, laundry, diaper changing and PTA meetings, we do need some fairy tales to brighten up our tasteless daily routines. But what makes me a little unnerved is the tendency of some people to crown this fairy tale as a milestone of the new exalted status of people of color in this world. Before and after the wedding, many commentators offered their enthusiastic salutes to the symbolic meaning of this wedding under headlines such as Meghan Markle's wedding was a rousing celebration of blackness, The Guardian, or Meghan Markle's royal wedding is an empowering moment for black beauty, Teen Vogue. America's CBS TV station even did a special news segment in which a group of black girls told the reporter how they found the role model in Markle. This excitement is sincere, especially when many of the commentators are themselves black women. The wedding, for its part, did bring an unprecedented amount of blackness into the whitest family in the Caucasian world. Not only is the bride half black, the sermon was delivered by Black American Bishop Michael Bruce Curry, who opened the speech with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, and black cello soloist Shekinah Mason performed for distinguished guests including Oprah Winfrey and Serena Williams. It is true that the symbolic meaning of the Queen of the United Kingdom celebrating under the same roof with so many black people is significant. But it's hard for me to process how this will lead to a meaningful difference in the lives of other black people or people of color. Does this mean that the white world will now start appreciating the beauty of black people? I doubt it. The Duchess looks more white than black. Does this mean young black girls can extract a formula for success from Markle's experience? Not really. Even if you do consider marrying into the royal family a kind of success, such a goal cannot be the result of hard work or other manageable virtues. Chemistry ignited by a blind date is pure luck. Does this mean the talent and achievements of people of color are now more likely to be recognized by society? I don't see how. After all, a royal wedding is not really about talent and achievements but power, status, extravagance and procedure. Symbols are important. They can instill energy in people and help them remain positive about the state they are in and that of the wider world. But overinterpreting them is dangerous. It brings you disappointments or worse, it can divert people's attention from real day-to-day issues. When Obama was elected, black comedian Tracy Morgan exclaimed, "Welcome to post-racial America, too soon." Racial tensions during Obama's presidency were not alleviated but exacerbated. The victory of Donald Trump was part of the aftermath. During the Obama years, people who tried to tamp down racial issues floated the idea that a black person residing in the White House meant people of color had no excuse anymore. The mindset lasts through today. Only a few days ago, I heard a conservative commentator, when discussing the new wave of rising racism in the U.S., reminding CNN's Don Lemon on air that this country elected a black president twice. It is important for black girls to have a role model. But it is also important to help them understand that there is no magic pill that can cure all the ailments of society overnight. The real world is not a happily ever after fairy tale kind of place, certainly not at the moment. The author is a New York-based journalist, wrong_Shouching at hotmail.com.